Se escuchan las máquinas de los reporteros gráficos.
Stephen de Vrij, thumped away by Bastoni. Down the line into Zaccagni, not for long. Because Skriniar was on his tail. Good skill there from the defender, the Slovak defender, as Lautaro Martinez goes scuttling after it. Put real pressure on Pavel Davidovic there.
Well, you know his side just don't give away much, do they? With the ball and without the ball. Just an awkward team to play against, and certainly one thing that you can certainly say with these players, they've really bought into his philosophy, the way that they want to play.
Without a win in the last two, Verona, the last victory 3 matches ago. 2-1 at Lazio, though. That was a very creditable scoreline indeed. Forward in towards Lukaku. He's having quite a battle with Magnani. Referee happy for them to just get on with it for the time being. Collected here by Miguel Veloso, the Portuguese midfielder, into Ceccherini, now Di Marco. Bastoni's header away. Zaccagni. It was a tidy turn to create some space. Now Di Marco. Verona venturing forward. Ibrahim Macaulay. Di Marco there as a decoy. Zaccagni, not a lot of room for manoeuvre. Lovely play. Di Marco, superb save by Handanovic. That was a brilliant passage of play from Verona and a fantastic save from Inter's goalkeeper. And here comes Lukaku now, looking to get a run away from Veloso. Tameze comes charging back, and the pass didn't have enough on it to reach the far post, and it's cleared away.
Well, I have to say it's a magnificent save from Handanovic. And Hakimi just does really well because he doesn't give away the foul when he goes with DiMarco. Comes out the goalkeeper and makes the angle really, really tight. Almost like...
And it comes to Martinez and doesn't quite fall at the feet of Perisic.
So it's almost like waiting for a bus. We're waiting for a couple of chances
absolutely.
And they come along straight away.
Yeah, it was Brozovic with the ball in on this occasion. So suddenly, both goalkeepers a little bit busier than they had been up to now.
Yeah, great strength from Lukaku there on the halfway line. Just couldn't quite play the power and quality into the box, but great all-round play. That's the way you've got to break through this Inter defence, is try and make runs in behind them, hold up the ball and make the run in behind. Anything in front of the back three are going to be comfortable. They're going to win their headers. You know that the young two up front are going to struggle physically against them. Balls in behind. That's where you certainly feel that the area that Hellas Verona could certainly capitalise on.
De Vrij is winning absolutely everything against Salcedo at the moment, isn't he?
Well, they are. I mean, they're just playing balls from deep and just playing them long into the front two.
Launched again, this time by Ceccherini. That's easy for Ashley Young. That was an outstanding save from Handanovic.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great save. Closed the angle down really, really quickly, but just kept his position there really, really well. Stood big, stood strong. Closed the angle down. So you know where DiMarco can only really go. You're not really going to beat Handanovic at that near post area. but still a good save, because you need a strong hand there, because it's one of those ones that can go under the hand or through the hand as well.
Perisic beaten to it. And Hakimi can't find a way through. Brozovic into Martinez, who has got Davidovic for company, who is just getting a little bit too close and a little bit too hands-on there in marking the Argentinian. Needs to save the shirt swapping until after the match, but has his name taken by the referee. First yellow card of the game. So Davidovic will be walking the proverbial disciplinary tightrope for the rest of the match, and Ivan Juric looks as though he might be making a change before too long. I'm wondering whether Davidovic has got a little bit of a problem here.
Yeah, it just seemed to have caught,
that looked quite painful.
Yeah, it just seemed to have caught him, his foot in the turf there, didn't he?
Matteo Lovato is going to come on to replace him, a young 20-year-old central defender, so it does rather look as if Davidovic wants to come back on, I think. Yeah, and Lovato may have to put his tracksuit back on. Davidovic wants to play on for the time being.
Yeah, substitute's nightmare there. Come on, you're coming on. Go and sit back down.
I'll keep an eye on that for you. It's clearly a bit of an issue for the Polish defender, back in by Lukaku. Davidovic did have a calf injury in the early season, missed a few games there, but that just looked like a jarring issue with the way that his foot came down on the turf, which gave way. Yes, no, maybe. I think we may well see Lovato any moment now. We are going to have that change, and it's the inevitable one with Davidovic having to make way. But he was keen to give it a go, and clearly it soon became apparent that that was not going to be a goer for him. So Matteo Lovato, 20 years of age, he's made a dozen appearances for Hellas Verona, made his debut in Serie A back in July, and his debut for the Italian under-21 side last month. Comes on for what must be, well, it's one of the toughest tests of the season for anybody in Italy, up against the big stars of Inter, as Ivan Perisic sort of returns the ball.
Silvestri's not happy about that, because they felt that they played the ball out there as a gesture to get the ball back in play.
Yeah, it went down like a lead balloon, didn't it, with the goalkeeper, that one. We're in the last quarter of an hour of the first half. Lovely skill from Lautaro Martinez, who's just nudged to the ground by Davide Faraoni.
Well, it was a wonderful take, wasn't it, from Martinez there to bring the ball down over his shoulder.
It's a clumsy challenge though, wasn't it? Now Winter with a chance to put Verona on the back foot. Ashley Young, the player with the ball at his feet here. Young's happy to leave it. Is Marcelo Brozovic towards Perisic, away by Ceccarini, Hakimi. It's got Bastoni alongside him. Back out with Ivan Perisic once more. Tameze away, Veloso. Able to turn clear, Caicedo with the flick, Bastoni there for Inter. Here's Skriniar. First touch for the substitute. Lovato, who limped a little bit actually after making contact with the ball. Skriniar. drilling it along the ground. Little pass for Martinez to chase, but it was one which didn't give him much chance of getting to the ball. Silvestri away. Well, so far, 33 minutes in, it is Verona who are the closest to breaking the deadlock. With an effort from Federico Di Marco, brilliantly saved by the left hand of Samir Handanovic. We haven't seen too much from Inter in terms of any clear opportunities.
No, I'd say his side probably had the majority of the possession so far and kept the ball slightly better, but I think the one thing you'll be disappointed with is that their final ball, their bit of quality in that final third has not been good enough and don't really look like scoring at the moment.
Martinez into Lukaku. He's not being given an inch there, is he, Romelu Lukaku? He will have a free kick. It was who else? Magnani. Those two following each other around throughout this first half.
And I think that'll be the first and last time you say these two.
I bet you had a few battles like that, didn't you, back in the day?
You kind of get that feeling early on when you come up against somebody you just know it's going to be a physical battle, and you will give away a lot of fouls because you just want to kind of leave one on them and try and frustrate the centre forwards and try and take their mind off the game and try and really stifle their play. But then you also know on the other side, if you do switch off for that split second and they score, you're going to have ringing ears.
Mattia Zaccagni now for Verona. Oh, and a little flick there, or dummy from Colli. Almost opened the door on the left wing for his teammate there, Di Marco. Inter winning 14 of the last 18 fixtures between the two sides in the league, and drawing the other 4. This is a fixture over the years traditionally that Inter have found to be very fertile indeed. They've really enjoyed this match-up with Verona over the years. And today it does afford them the potential to be top at Christmas, ahead of Milan playing Lazio a little bit later on. Point between the two great Milanese sides. Bastoni in a bit of a tight corner. Pressure from the home side, almost paying off there. No free kick for that initial challenge, but it's fallen Inter's way anyway, and here comes Perisic now, picking out Romelu Lukaku. Lukaku bursting through, held up by Ceccarini, back into Martinez, and it's a flying save from Silvestri.
Well, it's taken 35 minutes, but finally we see that counter-attacking play with Perisic in that midfield area, driving forward from the central areas. Lukaku teeing up Martinez nightly. There's just one of those touches you have to take the outside of your boot. Can't really use your left foot there.
Well, Lautaro Martinez, who last scored a month ago against Torino, wasn't far away there. Brozovic sends it in, and De Vrij tries to help it on its way.
It didn't look a good corner to start with from Brozovic there. You could see De Vrij just making that run across the corner of the 6-yard box.
Here comes Brozovic once more. That's a better looking one, and Bastoni with a clear opportunity to get his header on goal, it looked.
Well, that's certainly the area you have to whip a ball in against zone